So coming into this year, we were under the impression that Jason Kidd would be the coach to unlock this Dallas Mavericks potential and take them to the next level, but just 6 games into this year, and they are resting at a deceiving 4-2 record, and that's mainly because Luka Doncic is carrying this team. But before we get into why the Mavs are headed for a very disappointing season, welcome back to another video here with NBA Addict TV, where we provide the latest NBA content on the tube. Before we get started, make sure you hit that like button, subscribe, and let's get straight to the video. So during the offseason, Rick Carlisle and the Mavs parted ways for reasons that weren't publicly stated. Apparently, a friend of Mark Cuban was pulling strings behind the scenes for a couple of years now. From adjusting Carlisle's rotations and giving advice on roster changes, Carlisle became frustrated with how the organization was being operated and ended up leaving and setting his sights on Indiana. Now Jason Kidd is coming from the Los Angeles Lakers coaching staff. After being a part of their 2019-20 bubble ring, championship run under defensive-minded head coach Frank Vogel, many thought he would bring that championship DNA to this Dallas squad, but let's not forget that Kidd failed in both Brooklyn with the KG and Paul Pierce experiment, as well as failing to construct a team around a young Giannis. And as soon as the Bucks switched from Kidd to Mike Budenholzer, they were instantly a 60-win team. And I know what you guys are thinking, NBA, KG and Paul Pierce, they were old and out of their primes. That's not Kidd's fault. Young Giannis, he wasn't ready to take that next step in his career. That's not Kidd's fault. I guess you're kinda right, but now let's take a look at why Jason Kidd will lead this Dallas Mavericks team into a downward spiral. So the offense that Jason Kidd wants to implement is to get more players involved on the offense with ball movement and player movement. He doesn't want the Mavs to be as heliocentric around Luka as they have been in the past, and most importantly, and listen up, he wants to put an emphasis on playing out of the post and take less threes and more mid-range shots. If I'm being honest with you guys, I'm not too sure about the Mavs this season. Are they even a playoff team? It is no secret that the offense that Rick Carlisle had constructed for the Mavs was to either get easy baskets at the rim or to get someone open for 3. And with Luka Doncic as your main ball handler, that led the Mavs to having the best offense in NBA history during the 2019-20 season. The efficiency that they were scoring at was unheard of, so a logical person would think, wouldn't Jason Kidd, of all people, wouldn't he want to get back to that type of success? The 3-ball has become so essential in today's game, especially for the Dallas Mavericks, who over the years have made that a significant weapon and put their roster together to surround Luka Doncic and Kristaps Porzingis with shooters. Unfortunately, I don't think Jason Kidd's game plan will work because the only player outside of Luka that can play out of the post is Porzingis, and that is if he ever finds himself. To no surprise, Kristaps Porzingis played 3 out of the Mavs' 6 games so far this year. And that man Porzingis has been ass in every game he has played in, averaging 12 points, 6 rebounds on 30 field goal percentage and 23% from 3 to start the season. And it worries me because for the first time in a while, Porzingis was healthy this entire offseason and was able to work on his body and sharpen his skill set. He even looked like he bulked up. So do we attribute his slow start to adjusting to a new coach and offensive scheme? I guess we can only wait and see, but so far let's check out how Kidd's offense is doing. So the Mavericks are currently at the bottom of the league at 27th in offensive rating. They are dead last in field goal percentage and 25th in 3-point percentage, although being top 10 in defensive rating. Unfortunately guys, I only see 2 outcomes. Either Jason Kidd's time in Dallas as a head coach will be short-lived, or they will drastically change this roster to get the right pieces to optimize Kidd's game plan. But I am afraid that having a game plan that doesn't revolve around the 3-ball limits the amount of space that Luka has to work with, as well as leaving you vulnerable to defenses. But with that being said guys, let me know what you think of Jason Kidd and his new plan for the Dallas Mavericks going forward. Comment down below, make sure to leave a like, subscribe, and I'll see y'all next video.